not quite the mad scientist lab today, but I picked up this Arkay Signal Generator model SG-2 at a flea market this past weekend. And before even turning the thing on, I took the main circuit out of its case, and lo and behold, we've got two tube signal generator here, and this outputs radio frequency and audio frequency. You can tell this thing's a little worse for wear. But anyway, before I even turned this thing on, I went through and replaced all of the capacitors with that film type there. And there's another one there. Now this cherry bomb looking kind of thing, it's 3 10 microfarad capacitors in series, and it's also 3 470 microfarad capacitors in series. And this is really just for cleaning out the power supply. When you do the math, it's nowhere near close what they show on the schematic, but it does work and it cleans it up nicely. Now, in terms of the schematic for this guy, I couldn't find one for the Arkay, but there was a suggestion online that it might be similar to a Heathkit signal generator model G1 or possibly G2 or G8. I mean, they threw out a bunch of numbers, but I just did a Google search for the model G1, and it was close enough to everything that I used this as a go-by to change out all of those capacitor values. The ones that were a little bit off were there were a couple of 0.02 microfarad 400 volt caps going to the RF and audio out, and I replaced those both with some 0.01 microfarad 200 volt varieties. It doesn't seem to cause a problem. I seriously doubt if there's 400 volts worth coming off of those volume pots. But anyway, so for anybody else that's looking for this Arkay SG-2, you can kind of substitute the Heathkit G1. All right, let's see what this thing does. This is my old AM radio. I can turn it on, but it has no volume control. It's full blast right now, and it's also very silent. We have our test listener here. So if I turn on that should be the radio frequency on, and that's the audio frequency. And once these tubes start to warm up, get a little bit off channel, it gets quiet. Now, I obviously have a lot more to do to fix this, but this is probably around that 900 kilohertz or so. And that's what those oversized power caps do for you. Anyway, I hope this information helps somebody. Arkay Signal Generator SG-2 AM frequency signal generator. Use the Heathkit Model G1 schematic, recap as needed, and you have a new piece of vintage test equipment. All right, take care, guys.